We're back with DSLCC President Dr. John Rainone, and we thought we'd cover a couple of other topics that weren't a part of the initial concept for the interview. Mr. President, how does the fall term look? Will it be virtual? Will it be students spread out 6 to 10 feet? How's that all going to work?
Basically, the answer is yes to both of those. In early June, we announced that we would be predominantly virtual for those classes that can be online. And basically, what we call it is Zoom online. So the use of the technology. So if your class is scheduled on a Tuesday and a Thursday at 10 a.m., you will meet via Zoom with your teachers, with your faculty from Tuesday and Thursday at 10 a.m.
So you're going to have to buy all these cameras and set up all these virtual sessions. That's got to be quite a challenge.
Well, the good thing is that these days most laptops and computers already have a computer. What we did, though, another resource for students, and when we went virtual in March, we started a laptop loaner program because there are students that do not have access to a laptop. And some of the CARES Act money that every higher ed institution received, we did buy additional laptops that we expect to loan out in the fall for either new students or additional students that may need the access to laptops. The hands-on classes, the workforce hands-on classes, nursing, forestry, welding, for example, those classes will have an on-campus component.
You beat me. That was my next question.
They will have an on-campus component where, for example, and the perfect example is our science classes. Our science class is usually 24. We have 6 pods in a lab, where normally 4 students sit at every pod. What the faculty members have decided is that they're going to do them over on a Monday and Wednesday if a class normally meets. Group A will come in on a Monday, and there'll only be 6 students, so each one will have their own pod. Group B will come in on that Wednesday. Group C will come the following Monday, and Group D will come the following Wednesday. So you will actually have the hands-on component every 2 weeks. You will be able to do everything else virtually and be able to get that experience. Welding, matter of fact, this week we are finishing up welding makeup classes. They were the only ones we had to actually make up from the spring for students. And we have been able to do those in a socially distanced, appropriate area. So, masks are required on campus all the time. And in welding's case, having their shield on and so forth. So we've been able to do that. Forestry is predominantly outside. They will still be able to do their social distancing. Nursing clinicals and nursing labs, obviously. So we will be, again, I would say 60% of the classes will be predominantly online. The other 40% will have some on-campus requirement. And we also had to, the state Council for Higher Education required every higher ed institution in the state to submit a reopening plan for approval before we can even do any of that. And ours has been submitted and has been approved.
Well, that's really good news. And watching all the news about the COVID-19 thing and its impact on the nation, but specifically with respect to education, our thoughts were, is this a huge tuition revenue problem? And so we asked Dr. Rainone when he walked in the door, isn't this COVID-19 thing a tuition killer? And actually, if anything, you said the tuition and student numbers are up.
Yeah, I said that this summer, I think for community colleges that we have an opportunity. So there will be 4-year bound students who are going to live in a dorm and live on campus like most of us did. It will come down to the point that we expect that a lot of students may take what normally is considered a gap year, but a community college year, or at least a semester. They will be able to come to us. This summer, we had a 25% increase in enrollment, solely online. We were able to get some recent high school graduates, about 500 of them in our six high schools. We were able to give them a scholarship to not only take our student development class, which is basically a prep for college, but we also included topics about learning online and being able to actually go through that experience about being able to learn online. And right now for fall, we are up about 2% based on where we were at this time last year. And the numbers are really all over the place. Typically for us, 25% of our enrollment comes in after August 1st, and our classes start August 24th. I expect that those numbers could be as much as 40% because of those students at the last minute that will decide, you know what, I'm gonna go to Dabney through December and then maybe consider going back in January, or I may just stay the whole year. I can work from home. I can do all my classes virtually. I can save again $30,000 to $40,000 for those credits and being able to from a financial, and they will take their general ed courses and then be able to transfer them to their 4-year college of choice.
And for students who really don't know what to do or are not sure what their options are, they can call the college and somebody can come online on the phone and explain all this.
That's right. We have been doing virtual advising sessions since March. We have been calling every one of our enrolled students every 2 weeks to check in with them, to be able to, find out, how they're doing. Are they falling behind? What resources do they need? The college is still closed to the public. And that's why a lot of the things, all our resources are available virtual. So we are there, and students can check our website at dslcc.edu or our phone number at 863-3820.
Let's try that phone number one more time.
Yeah.
I can't figure out what our phone number is.
It's 540-863-2820.
And one final thing we wanted to ask Dr. Rainone. One of our favorite programs in the entire region is the Governor's School program. And at the end of this last spring, the COVID-19 situation, we believe, brought a halt to that. So we're still in the midst of this COVID thing. We don't know what the governor's going to do. And really, our hats are off as an aside. All these educators and administrators of the various schools and colleges, they're criticized for not having clear plans at times for various things in this particular period. But in their defense, things seem to change every 7 or 10 days based on the governor. So on the one hand, you want a firm answer. On another, they can't give it to you. They're waiting for the governor. And in fact, they're still waiting on the governor. So with that on the table, is there a future for the Governor's School program?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the students will, and we partner with the Governor's School. The Governor's School is a separate entity, but we partner with them because they take Dabney courses, high-level STEM related classes.
And they put on that great science fair.
Science fair, right. And the courses will, and again, we will be delivering those courses virtually beginning in August at the same time. And we are trying to work with the high schools because, as we mentioned about dual enrollment, most of the high schools are going to start after Labor Day. So their schedules are going to be a little different than the college level courses. I have actually asked faculty to even consider if there's a way for us to finish the semester earlier by maybe doubling up or being able to do some other exercises, then I think that would end up benefiting, everyone, because we will have a lot of single parents, we will have a lot of parents who will need to be at home with their with their children, but also to be enrolled in our courses as well. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to work with our high schools and our high school population to be able to better serve that. But yes, Governor School is certainly moving forward. Every one of our programs is moving forward as if we were on campus. It's just going to be virtually.
Well, we certainly did. Was there anything to add?
No, I just wanted to get to your point about changes, and my line that I've been using is that we're building this plane while we're flying it. No one teaches us in president school, so
that's a good line.
So we really, all of us, and we have great other president colleagues in the community college system that we meet once or twice a week virtually. And everyone's running, and we're always stealing from each other on great thoughts and ideas, but really I just want to give a shout out to the faculty and the staff at the college. They were great staff to begin with, but they have stepped above and beyond the call of duty through this time in March. I think it was March 23rd when we went virtual, and this is the 19th week or so. This is longer than a semester. So we are, but their work, their dedication, their dedication to the students and to each other is really probably something I will never see I've never seen in my career, and never seen even until the day I retire. So.
Well, we appreciate DSLCC President staying for this overtime session, unplanned overtime session, and we look forward to speaking to you again sometime.
My pleasure. Thank you.